When the 2019-20 season starts, Zion Williamson is going to be playing for an NBA team. Which team that is still remains to be seen, and thanks to the NBA's newly revamped lottery rules, it could be a wider group than ever. As a refresher, here is how the NBA draft lottery actually works. 14 ping pong balls are placed in the lottery machine. They are numbered 1 to 14 and mixed before drawing. 4 balls are drawn with the machine mixing them up between each drawing. The 4 drawn numbers produce a single combination, which is owned by one of the 14 teams in the lottery. The number of combinations that a team has is based on where it finished in the standings. The team that owns the combination that is drawn gets the no. 1 overall pick. The same process is repeated for the no. 2 overall pick, number 3 overall pick, and number 4 overall pick. The rest of the draft is conducted in reverse order of record. This process is substantially different from the old one for 2 main reasons. The first is that it gives teams an extra chance to both jump up and fall back, as the lottery is now responsible for assigning 4 picks instead of 3. The second is that the odds are weighted very differently. The worst team in the NBA has only a 14% chance of earning the no. 1 pick less than the third worst team had just last season, 15.9%. The odds have been dispersed more evenly throughout the lottery, giving practically the entire field a reasonable chance at winning the whole thing, or at least jumping into the top 4. At the moment, the difference between the team in the 6th slot and the 13th slot is only 4.5 games. There is going to be plenty of shuffling in the final weeks of the season as teams in the middle try to improve their chances at Williamson. Here are the odds at this moment, via Tankathon, along with some speculation on how they might change. Odds for no. An overall pick, 14%. Odds for top 4 pick, 52.1%. Lowest possible pick, no. 5 relevant protections. N.A. The New York Knicks control the board right now with the NBA's worst record. That doesn't mean that they'll have good luck when the ping pong balls are actually drawn, but it does ensure that they will pick in the top 5 in June. No other NBA team has such a guarantee. Odds for number 1 overall pick, 14%. Odds for top 4 pick, 52.1%. Lowest possible pick, no. 6 relevant protections. N.A. The Suns are in the same boat as the Knicks from an odds perspective, but if both they and the Knicks were to be jumped out of the top 4 entirely, the Knicks would wind up with the higher pick due to their inferior record. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, 14%. Odds for top 4 pick, 52.1%. Lowest possible pick, no. 7 relevant protections. 1, 1-0, 2-0-19, 1, 1-0, 2-0-20. The Cleveland Cavaliers round out the bottom 3 at the moment. They trail the Suns but only half of a game in the loss column. Though it may not seem important, the two will have a coin flip before the lottery if they end up tied with the same record. As they are both in the bottom 3, their odds wouldn't be impacted, but their lowest possible pick would be. Also worth noting is that the Cavaliers currently have a 0% chance of conveying this pick to the Hawks in 2019. If they give it up, it would be next year, though it is likely to turn into 2 second-round picks. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, 12.5%. Odds for top 4 pick, 48.1%. Lowest possible pick, no. 8 relevant protections. N.A. The Chicago Bulls have a 2-win lead over the Cavaliers, but are far behind the Atlanta Hawks at no. 5 In other words, this is where they are going to stick barring something extreme between now and the end of the season. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, 10.5%. Odds for top 4 pick, 42.1%. Lowest possible pick, no. 9 relevant protections. N.A. This is Atlanta's original pick. In itself, it is not particularly interesting. It has the 5th best odds and could easily jump up, but the Hawks also hold the most important pick in this entire draft, and it is coming up shortly. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, 9.0%. Odds for top 4 pick, 37.2%. Lowest possible pick, no. 10 relevant protections: 1-5-2019, 1-5-2020, 1-3-2021, 1-3-2022. Unprotected 2023. This is the pick that could swing the entire future of the NBA. Both the Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks have generational talents in Trae Young and Luka Doncic, respectively. The Mavericks, with Kristaps Porzingis returning and significant cap space in tow, are likely not going to have a meaningful draft pick anytime soon. One of these two young super teams is going to have a pick that stuffs their war chest even further. The Mavericks are going to add a top 4 pick to Doncic and Porzingis, or the Hawks will have 2 picks in the high lottery this season along with Young and the rest of their core. Odds for number 1 overall pick, 7.5%. Odds for top 4 pick, 32%. Lowest possible pick, no. 11 relevant protections: 1-8-2019, 1-6-2020. Unprotected 2021. The Grizzlies are an extremely rare tanking team in that they don't actually want to tank. The 2019 draft class, by and large, is considered a weak one, so the Grizzlies would prefer to win enough to convey their pick to the Boston Celtics now rather than having it hang over their heads for the next 2 seasons. If they could get a top pick, they'd surely be happy. But overall, conveying the pick now seems to be the plan. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, 6.0%. Odds for top 4 pick, 26.3%. Lowest possible pick, no. 12 relevant protections. The Washington Wizards probably need to jump more than any other team in the lottery. They won't have star point guard John Wall next season after an Achilles injury, so getting immediate production out of their lottery pick is paramount. The Wizards and Pelicans are currently tied in the standings, but for now, we'll give the Wizards better odds due to their harder schedule down the stretch. 1 overall pick, 4.5%. Odds for top 4 pick, 20.3%. Lowest possible pick, no. 15. The Pelicans are now far enough down the standings that we have to ask what happens if they jump up in the lottery. Would Williamson be enough to convince Anthony Davis to stay? What if the Pelicans land at number 3 or no? 4 and can trade their pick for an established veteran star? New Orleans probably won't jump up, but if they do, it changes the offseason for everyone. The Wizards and Pelicans are currently tied in the standings, but for now, we'll give the Wizards better odds due to their harder schedule down the stretch. Odds for number 1 overall pick, 3.0%. Odds for top 4 pick, 13.9%. Lowest possible pick, no. 14 relevant protections. The Lakers are proof of why tanking regardless of position is important. They currently have a 13.9% chance at a top 4 pick. They trail Memphis, a team with a 37% chance, by only 2.5 games, but lead the Orlando Magic, with only a 4.8% chance, by only 1.5 games. If they handle the end of the season correctly, it could have drastic implications on their draft positioning. Fortunately for them, they played the NBA's 7th hardest schedule down the stretch. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, 2.0%. Odds for top 4 pick, 9.4%. Lowest possible pick, no. 14 relevant protections. The Minnesota Timberwolves wanted to be in the playoffs this season, but one of the advantages of the Jimmy Butler debacle was that it positioned them to pick up a top young prospect in the NBA draft. Odds for number 1 overall pick, 1.5%. Odds for top 4 pick, 7.1%. Lowest possible pick, no. 14 relevant protections. This is the portion of the list in which there are still a few teams with playoff aspirations. The Hornets would prefer to reach the postseason to try to convince Kemba Walker that it makes sense for him to stay in Charlotte and are willing to sacrifice some value on their pick to do so. Odds for number 1 overall pick, 1.0%. Odds for top 4 pick, 4.8%. Lowest possible pick, no. 14 relevant protections. The Heat, like the Hornets, would like to make the playoffs. They will have a tough road to get there, though, as they lost the head-to-head tiebreaker with Orlando earlier this week. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, 0.5%. Odds for top 4 pick, 2.4%. Lowest possible pick, no. 14 relevant protections, number 1 would revert to the Philadelphia 76ers. This was the most important outstanding draft pick in basketball coming into this season. Now that the Sacramento Kings are competitive? Not so much. The Celtics will, in all likelihood, take home the number 14 pick in the NBA draft thanks to the Kings. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Magic are the playoff team with the worst record at this moment. Therefore, they have no chance of jumping to a higher pick. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Pistons are set to make the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. This is the first time that the Nets have owned their own first-round pick since 2013. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Spurs have their own pick and an extra first-round choice from the Toronto Raptors. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Thunder will have to make this pick count, as they owe first-round picks elsewhere in 2020 and 2022. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. Boston is slated to have 4 first-round picks at the moment, though in all honesty they would prefer to wait on the Memphis pick. Either way, they have virtually limitless draft capital. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Jazz won't be in the lottery for quite some time with Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in place. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Pacers found a winner in this range of the draft last season in Aaron Holiday, and will have another shot to do the same in June. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, 1-1-4-2019, 1-1-4-2020. If the Clippers make the playoffs, this pick goes to the Celtics. It is lottery protected this year and next year, but if the Clippers don't give up their first rounder in either season, they only have to send Boston a second-round choice. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, 1-1-4-2019, 1-1-4-2020, 1-1-4-2021, 1-1-4-2020, 1-1-4-2023. As unbelievable as it sounds, Houston saw fit to lottery protect this pick. They could be the number 2 seed in the Western Conference, but for the sake of safety, they refused to make this trade without protections. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Sixers sent out 2 first-round picks in the Tobias Harris deal, but managed to keep their own pick this season. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Trailblazers have to nail their first-round picks. They owe their second-round choices to other teams in 4 of the next 5 drafts. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Nets got this pick in exchange for agreeing to eat the final year of Kenneth Faried's contract. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. The Warriors have not found a consistent contributor in the NBA draft since picking Draymond Green. No. 35 overall in 2012. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N.A. Odds for top 4 pick, N.A. Lowest possible pick, N.A. Relevant protections, N.A. This is the pick that the Spurs are getting from the Raptors from the Kawhi Leonard trade. Odds for no. 1 overall pick, N, A odds for top 4 pick, N, a lowest possible pick, N, A relevant protections, N, A the Bucks are currently slated to pick last in the NBA draft due to their league best record. They owe 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks to other teams, so they will have to nail this choice.